Is phone monitoring ever okay in a relationship? This is a very heated topic. Now, first I want to open this up by saying phone monitoring apps have been around for a very long time, and they have progressed to such a level where they just, even if someone was being monitored, if they did have something installed to their phone, there's a very, very big chance, 99% chance that they would not even know that the app is on their phone. Now, again, that doesn't make it okay to do this, but people need to be aware that these things are possible. Now, is phone, as I get back to the original question, is phone monitoring ever okay? Again, this is a heated topic. And my point here being that there are many uses for phone monitoring apps. Obviously parents can use them on their kids, especially if they're under the age of 18. That more than likely is legal in most states and in most countries, although always make sure you seek legal advice. Employers can monitor their employees. If you have ownership interest in the phone, again, that more than likely is okay. But again, you should be seeking legal advice. Always make sure you seek independent legal advice. Do not take legal advice from me. But now getting more to the moral question of it all, instead of more so the legal aspect of it, which again, I am not qualified to give legal advice, so do not take legal advice from me. I'm just speaking from my 20 years in this business. So now, getting to the moral aspect of it. Now, some people may say that, okay, if you need to use a monitoring app, then trust is completely gone in a relationship. I agree with that. If you need to use a monitoring app, you really need to be questioning why you are in that relationship to begin with. Usually, when someone feels something in their gut and they feel the need to use a monitoring app, that means that they usually see behavior that they're not comfortable with. More than likely, they've tried to find out, maybe by having a conversation with their partner, and the partner just stonewalls them, gaslights them, manipulates them to the point of making them feel like they're the crazy one for even bringing this up. They turn it around. They make it seem like you're the one who's cheating. You're asking me this because you're really the one who's cheating. They do anything and everything they can to deflect from themselves and project onto you. Now, if you've experienced this, more than likely, especially if you are in a longer relationship, say 1 year or more, and you're heavily invested in many different ways, maybe it's just only emotionally. Rather than say suspect or highly suspect, you more than likely you need the actual proof. I've seen this so many times in my 20 years in this business where people know it, they believe it, but they just need to see the proof. And then even after they see the proof, trust me when I tell you, most people don't leave. They're too much invested. There's the rejection, the emotional, overload of the whole situation. There's a lot to deal with in a very short period of time. So let's get back now. Is it okay to use a monitoring app in a relationship? Is it okay? Sure, it's okay. Yeah, provided you have the proper consent and that you're not doing anything to break the law. Sure, it's okay, because when you put yourself in a situation like that, if you're one of these people who you don't have the power, or you don't have, we'll say, the resolve to just walk away without knowing the truth, without having concrete evidence of it, and I'm one of those. I just need to verify it. Suspecting it really isn't enough for me. I need to have the proof, whether I actually see it or if I use a monitoring app and I discover it. I need the proof. So for me personally, I would more than likely use a phone monitoring app if I was in a situation like that. And I have used one, and that's how I got into this business, because a long time ago, 20 years ago, I was in a marriage where it was just everything was falling apart. And I thought my ex-wife was doing something. And she had bought this spy app to maybe put on my phone. I found out about it through, word of mouth, whatever. And I got a little angry. I'm thinking, okay, fine. You're going to put a spy app on my phone. I'm going to put one on your phone. Only the one that she bought didn't really work. The one that I made did. And I remember being there in the kitchen, having her cell phone in my hand. She was in the shower at the time. We were both on the same plan. And I remember myself, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So in the end, even though I was, more than likely going to use it, I thought I would. In the end, I chose not to, because at the end of the day, I think If you have to use a monitoring app, if you have to resort to using a monitoring app, you're in the wrong place. Have the power to just walk away. And if you do need to use a monitoring app, there are great monitoring apps out there. You can get one of these OTA spy apps like the ones that are offered in ProSpy, where you don't need to have the phone. It gathers information for you. And of course, always make sure, people always go to the negative about using these apps, about infidelity and cheating, but they could also be used, monitor sons, daughters, elderly, whatever the case may be. But these apps will get you WhatsApp messages, text messages, even deleted messages, which is quite often the most valuable information of all, because anybody who's cheating or doing anything like that is almost definitely deleting their text messages after they're sent or received. In addition to that, you get photos, videos, web browsing history, social media profiles. If there are any dating profiles that happen to be installed on the phone, you'll also see the messages exchanged within those dating profiles. Whatever the case may be, these OTA apps that are available in ProSpy will absolutely get you the information you need. So this way, if you are one of those people who needs the concrete proof, who need that rock solid evidence and say, okay, yes, now I know, and that will give you the power to walk away, yeah, these apps can definitely do that for you. If you're one of these people who would just rather go on a hunch and go with your gut, then don't use it. It's entirely up to you. But just know that it's there. It's available just in case you want to use it. But I would urge you that if you do decide to use a phone monitoring app, number one, be ready for the shock, because it's quite different from suspecting you're being cheated on to knowing you're being cheated on. You might read and see and hear certain things on that phone that you probably just wish you never had seen or heard, because there's something about don't forget, it's going to get the call recordings and photos and videos and things like that, things that you really need to brace for, because these things can be shocking and